I'd like to welcome you to the Tamaqua Community Arts Center. This is Susan's 4th holiday benefit concert for the Blue Raider Foundation, and so we thank you for supporting them as well. I am very, very pleased at this time to introduce Dr. Susan Featro for today's concert and her special friends. If you please welcome her.
I wanted to start this year's concert with just a quiet, calm piece. That piece was called A Cradle Prayer. And to begin our concert, I'd just like us all to settle into that quiet and calm space. If you are comfortable closing your eyes or just taking a soft and easy focus down at the ground, I'd just like to welcome you in this calm and peaceful way to the beginning of this Christmas season, which often in our society feels anything but calm and peaceful. So I welcome you, and I'd like you to take a moment to just welcome yourself to this space and to really arrive here, to really be here now in this moment. There are surely many things on your mind, on my mind, of things that have happened recently, things that are coming up, things that you may be worrying about. And I ask if you can try for the next hour or two to release those, to let go of them. I promise they'll still be there after the show. All of your problems, they're not going to go away. It'll be okay if you ignore them for an hour and just leave them to the side and really arrive here fully in body, mind, and spirit. I'd like you to consider for a moment not just that you are here to hear me perform, but consider the energy of everyone else in this room here, and consider that maybe it is not a coincidence that we are all together in this same place at this same time. To consider that we are all here and meant to be here together, exactly where we are, exactly in these seats with the people who we know and who we don't know surrounding us. I thank you for coming. It means so much to me that all of you are in the audience, and this being the 4th year, we're here again. It's kind of like we're growing up together and going through, you hear my life stories, and I walk around and get to talk to you before the show starts and after the show, and here we are again. I'm going to do a traditional Christmas piece next, O Little Town of Bethlehem. Feel free to join in if you enjoy singing along. next song that I am choosing to do is one that I just learned recently. I just became familiar with this song actually in the past week, and it really grabbed me. And I decided I'm going to do this for one of the pieces at the concert. It's called I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day, but it is not the traditional version of I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. It is a song that talks about noticing all of the joy and cheerfulness of Christmas around us, and at the same time noticing all of the pain in the world and all of the difficulty, and wondering how can we celebrate and why should we celebrate with all of the pain that is going on in the world. And as I heard this song, I thought of the terrorism in France recently. I thought of the San Bernardino, the shootings in California, and all of the pain in the collective world, as well as in each of our individual lives, and what that means, and how we still can be with Christmas and be with all of the celebration of it at the same time as being with the reality of the pain in the world and not ignoring or denying either one of those. So this song, I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day, speaks of that message. Play. beginning of the show announcements, I do want to announce for the concert, I don't take a formal intermission because there really are not like a lot of bathrooms for people to go to, and it wouldn't make sense. So please feel free. I really want you to make yourself comfortable here at this show today. Please feel free at any time to get up, go to the bathroom, go outside and enjoy the cookies and hot chocolate and all of the good things that the Arts Center has for us. Stretch your legs, come back in. It does not bother me, does not interrupt me here on stage. I want you to be comfortable and to really enjoy the show, so make yourself at home in that way. The bathrooms are immediately when you go down the stairs to the extreme sides of the building, to the both walls there, so use those as needed. For the next song that I'll do, I will migrate down to the piano, to the grand piano, and I'll, throughout the show, do a few pieces down there. They have a beautiful piano here at the Arts Center, wonderful, nice sound. The only thing for me, I like to be out looking at you at the audience and making contact in that way. I feel a little bit distanced when I'm behind that huge instrument, but it has such a nice sound, so I do some songs down there and come back and forth. So I'm going to travel down there to do a piece. that I am going to do is called Breath of Heaven. And this is a song that is near and dear to my heart because one of the reasons that I love the song is that it feels very real to me. It makes the religious person of Mary be very human and having questions, having doubts, just as we do. In preparing for this concert, 4th year that I'm doing it now, one of my least favorite parts every year is choosing something to wear and showing up on stage. A couple issues with that. First of all, like, I don't enjoy shopping, and I have an attention span of about 10 minutes, and if I can't find an outfit in that time, I have nothing. So actually, out of all 4 years that I've done this concert, I've never gone shopping. I've picked things that have already been in my closet because I just can't do it. But a lot of questions come up for me and a lot of insecurities as I picture myself standing on stage in front of you. And I was just talking to Sharon in the audience this week about that and all of those questions and doubts about how I look, and people are going to be looking at me, and when I'm picking out the outfit, I'm thinking about everything that people could criticize about, and then I go on to my face and everything. And this is not anything out of the ordinary, and one of the reasons I'm saying this is just to normalize it and to say even someone who chooses to do this kind of concert beforehand is a mess about what I'm going to look like and what people are thinking of me and all that. But it's normal to have those doubts and insecurities in today's world. It's impossible to go through a normal day and to not hear messages from people about what's wrong with us and how we could be better. I mean, the cosmetic and beauty industry makes millions of dollars out of having us think that there's something more that we need to be and do and look like. And it's hard to just show up. I was considering making an arrangement so that the audience would actually be facing backwards and I was up here on stage, but it would have involved pretty dramatic remodeling of the Arts Center here, so I decided to just be myself and show up and let you see all of me, what sparkles and what doesn't sparkle, and to know that it really all does sparkle in me, in you, in all of us, because God creates only perfection, and we just need to remember who we are. We just need to go back to that place and know that there is nothing else that we need to do or be, but God creates us all perfectly in His image, and we forget that in our world when all of these messages come at us from so many angles. We forget who we are, and it's just a process of remembering and accepting and allowing that. If we criticize things about ourselves, we really are criticizing something that God calls perfect, so it doesn't line up there. So in this song, Mary talks about the doubt she has, the weariness she has. I have the weariness thing going on too after I'm taking college classes, teaching college classes, in addition to my Tamaqua teaching and going for a yoga teacher training program. I had to drive to Collegeville on Friday night and Saturday, so I have the weary thing going on, I have the doubts going on, but I'm showing up just as Mary did and offering to you whatever I have. I have traveled many moonless nights And the next piece that I will do is called Where Are You, Christmas? And this is a piece in the first verse when I start out singing. It is also a piece of having many doubts. It's a piece of questioning, does Christmas exist? It used to exist. I used to know it. It used to look like this and be joyful. And where is it? Does it remember me? And then as the song continues, it talks about finding Christmas within our hearts. And that is one of the messages that I intend to come and offer to you with this concert, that Christmas is not something that happened many, many years ago, but Christmas is something that we have the opportunity every day that we are alive to experience. Christmas is Jesus, God, being born within us, and the truth is that God is there all along, but like I said, we forget about that, and we need to be reminded. We need to remember that we are the divine, and Christmas is an opportunity for us all to experience that and to remember who we really are, to find that in our hearts. So really my prayer for all of you, for all of us this Christmas, is that God is truly born inside of each one of us. I'd like to invite one of our guest artists onto stage. I'd like to invite Emily to come up, and She has first a solo piece that she'll offer, and then a duet that we'll perform together. Delighted to have Emily join me on stage. We've only known each other in the past year. We have connected, and I am, every time that we work together and make music together, amazed by her. She is a 9th grade Tamaqua High School student, and since this concert benefits the Raider Foundation, which benefits the schools, I'm happy to have her here from Tamaqua High School. And her musical ability, as she demonstrated there, is phenomenal. And in addition to that, from working with her, I have just been impressed 100% of the time with who she is as a person and just how mature she is, not just in the traditional meaning of mature and grown up and that, but really understanding what's important in life, what matters, and being able to show up authentically in that way, whether she's singing, whether she's in school, whether she's out in the community. She is a beautiful human being in addition to a beautiful musician, and I'm honored to do this next duet with her. This piece is called Once Upon a Christmas. And for my next piece, also for something a little bit different, I'm going to do 2 songs on the guitar over here. The first song that I will do is Jingle Bells, and this one I invite if you would like to sing along for this one. Sing along with guitar is always fun and special, so feel free to join in for this one. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, tree. And with this song, I'd like to tell about my Christmas tree this year. One person out there in the audience, hello Curtis, has built me a house. I am, if you follow my blog, my writing, I have shared that I am building a house and will likely be moving there by the end of this month. It's a very exciting time. And Curtis Bailey and his wife Dorothy are in the audience, and they are two people who I got to know in this past year, and I'm thrilled that they are here in the audience. It means so much to me, Kurt and Dorothy, that you came. Thank you. I cannot say enough good things about Kurt and this house and all of the amazing ways that he's accommodated my bizarre requests for the house. Okay, let's just say that I'm the only person who has ever asked to have attachments on the ceiling so that I can hang a trapeze bar, a hoop, and silks and hang upside down in my house. I was the first one, so you can say you know me. So he has done that. He has done so much to make this house special and has been wonderful to work with. My parents and I enjoy talking to him when we go and have meetings to make decisions about stuff. It's just a joy to get together with him and talk. I got to know his wife, Dorothy, and they're both such beautiful people, and I'm excited about this house. It's been a learning and growing process for me. I've been reflecting a lot on how, as I am building this house, it parallels very much building our own lives and starting from the foundation up and building on that, and how wonderful of a process that is and how challenging of a process that can be at times and how it can make us look at things in different ways. But at my new house, there is a Christmas tree on the front porch, and it was a total surprise. My parents went and got a small Christmas tree, one of them that is in a pot, and then in the spring we can dig a hole in the ground and plant it. And I did not see it when we drove up to the house. I'm very clueless that way. I'm up here and out there and everywhere and don't notice things in front of me. I'm not a very sensory person, so I didn't notice it driving up to the house, going in, and then we opened the front door from the inside going out, and my parents said, "Santa was here." And there was the tree on the front porch, and it's a beautiful tree, and it was just so touching for me. My parents don't like it when I tell stories and talk on stage. They're very shy and reserved people, so I normally don't draw a lot of attention to them, but this was really special, and this process of building the house and all of the help that my parents have been to me in making this new home a reality has been meaningful. The house project has brought our family together in a new way this year, and that means a lot to me. So I wanted to talk about that on stage, and this "Oh Christmas Tree" song has a special meaning for me this year as I'm thinking about that tree on my front porch right now. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, you stand in verdant beauty. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, you stand in verdant beauty. Your boughs are green in summer's glow, and do not fade in winter's snow. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, you stand in verdant beauty. And the next song that I will do is called "Mary, Did You Know?" And this is a piece in which the singer is reflecting on all that happened in the lives of Mary and Joseph and Jesus, and asking did she have any idea of all of this miraculous stuff that would happen in the future? And as I think of this piece, I think about ourselves also and how so much miraculous, wonderful things are out there that may happen tomorrow, the next day, day after that. Do we know, can we even imagine and behold the wonders and the beauty that is our lives when we co-create our lives with God? And as I was just talking about this new house that Kurt has been building for me, one special thing that I've done at the new house is a project before the hardwood floors were laid down. I invited friends and family members to come to the house and with markers or paint pens write a message on the floor, and then the hardwood floor was put on top of that. So underneath my floors in every single room in the new house, even bathrooms, bedrooms, kitchen, everywhere, has messages. Some of them are inspirational quotes, some of them are messages that people came up and wrote on their own, lines from songs, Bible verses, prayers. There's an abundance of inspiration there, and I truly believe in the power of those messages. I believe that when I'm in the new house and having a day that's a little bit rough, if I sit on the floor, place my hands on those floorboards, that the messages will be there with me and will uplift me and help me through it all. And I believe that we have the capability of doing that for one another in a collective way by putting out messages. They don't have to be written on the floor of your home or a church or anywhere, but when we think thoughts, when we have ideas, when we speak words, they have power, they have an energy, and no matter can be created or destroyed. It is always there. So I thank many of you in the audience who know me are some of those people who wrote messages or who sent me messages and I wrote them on behalf of you if you were unable to get there on that particular weekend. And I thank you for those, and I invite you to continue writing those messages everywhere, writing them with a pen, writing them with your words, writing them with your prayers. And the collective power of that is beyond the scope of our intelligence and imagination. And as I sing this song, I think about what all happened in the course of Mary's life. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to the blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kiss your little baby, you've kissed the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know? Oh, Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap move back over to the piano again. And one song that is always requested that I do at this concert by multiple audience members is the Ave Maria. So there are 2 Ave Marias, one by Schubert and one by Bach-Gounod. I'll do the Ave Marias on the grand piano. So doing the Ave Marias at this concert, like I said, has kind of become a tradition just because those are songs that people request, and some people like the Schubert, some people like the Bach Gunad, so I do both in order to meet everyone's needs here. But talking about traditions, another tradition that has been something that I haven't planned on, but it just kind of happened as a tradition. The week of the Christmas concert, every year except for the last year, I seem to acquire a new pet, a new cat. And it's never planned. It never is planned, and there's never any other time of year that I get a new pet. But this year it has happened again. Concert number 4, it happened first year, week of the concert, honest to goodness. Dr. Kropp called me up, and Macy had found her way to Dr. Kropp's sister's house on Thanksgiving Day. That's why she was called Macy. They were watching the Thanksgiving Day parade. And little black cat, starving, with an injured paw, showed up very smartly at a veterinarian's Thanksgiving dinner. So Macy was Christmas concert number 1. Liebe, German word for love, that's why I named her that, was Christmas concert number 2. Last year was an exception. This year I have a new girl who came my way with the help of Tom and Linda, who are in the audience, and her name is Advent. When we first got her, she was a little bit of a difficult kitty. The week started off a little bit rough, and it brought up a lot of issues. She was kind of boxing at us, scratching. One moment she'd be lovey, the next moment our hands would be scratched to pieces, and I'm thinking, oh, I was going to wear something sleeveless, I'm going to have all these battle scars from kitty. But it was quite a process, and she's coming along beautifully and being an incredibly loving cat at this moment. But we named her Advent because she's a cat who we need to be patient with, and that's what this season of Advent is all about, waiting patiently with hope, with expectation, with trust. And that's exactly the speed that we need to go with this particular kitty. So I have a Christmas kitty named Advent, and now you know about my tradition. But Dr. Kropp said I better stop doing these concerts, or at least not do them any more frequently, because we're kind of at capacity with cats in the house. So I'd like to now invite Mr. Toth as a guest performer up on stage. Second of our 3 guest performers is Mr. Toth, principal of Tamaqua Senior High School, and this is his 2nd year performing as a guest artist. It's also the 2nd year that Patrick McMullen, a Tamaqua High School student, is accompanying him. I'm delighted to have them both back on stage because of their musical talent and because of the people who they are. One of the things that I really love about Mr. Toth that has come up this year, we get emails every Monday with a quote, a thought, some kind of positive inspiration, and it's just a little thing, but it's a big thing. It's huge. I love it. It totally transforms my day, my week, and touches the whole group of faculty. And an additional thing that he did recently that I thought was just like the coolest thing was that he recorded a video of Tamaqua High School teachers talking about a book that they read that was really meaningful to them. And then this was shared with the student body. So I know Mr. Matalavich, he named the Bible. There were a whole bunch of books that people named. And that's really cool for teachers to get to share a part of themselves, not just their content. I show up and teach science, I show up and teach math, but to show, this is a book that I read. Yes, I do read outside of school, and it touches me and means a lot to me. and then for students to connect with teachers in that way, I loved the idea. I am so lit up that I was watching the video more than one time. I want to read some of the books that my fellow teachers have read, so I am happy. Mr. Toth does a fabulous job of all the formal principal stuff that he's supposed to do, but in addition to that, I love the way that he brings humanity to the classroom. I have some issues with education, and I feel that often we focus so much on the content, the test, and we forget the people who are in front of us in the classroom. But Mr. Toth makes sure that's not forgotten in the high school, and you can see that when you talk to him in conversation and when you hear his music. So I thank him, I thank Patrick for being with us again, and I look forward to your songs, and thank you for your sharing.
Thank you, Susan. First, would like to thank Patrick. Patrick is a senior. This will probably be the last unless our schedules kind of square up with him going to college. They're usually in finals week and semesters, but you know, thank you, Patrick, for being here. Also, thank you to all the community support, and also I do know that there are a lot of faculty and those who work as part of Tamaqua School District that are here in the audience, and we thank those community and support people and faculty people who are in the audience here today. The money certainly goes to a very, very good place, and you know, more importantly, I'd like to thank Susan for doing this concert. You know, it certainly shows her leadership within the community, and as she said, humanity for the students inside of the Tamaqua Area School District. So we have two pieces today for everybody. First one is going to be called "The Spirit of Christmas," and then the second one is "Nativity Carol."
So much
peace to the earth. Fear not, said angelic voices, tidings of a wondrous love we bring you. Go now, find him in a manger, visit God's home on the earth. For a child is born, the world rejoices, shepherds and angels proclaim his birth. This is Jesus the Lord, our Savior and brother, bearing God's peace to the earth.
Okay, the next song that I will do is called Through All of It. This is a song that's not necessarily a Christmas song, but I'm tying it in to Christmas. It is a song talking about how God is always with us, whether we are experiencing times where we feel like we're thriving or whether we feel like we're really failing and struggling. No matter what, God is with us. And as I said with my message before, I believe that that is our blessed opportunity every day that we wake up and are alive, to have God with us at every moment. He is there. He is accessible. We just often don't realize that He's with us. We get so busy and we forget, and we spend so much time talking and praying recited prayers that we've been taught that are in some ways formulaic. And we don't spend enough time listening for the answer. And God does answer. He is with us, speaking loud and clear if we listen. There are days of taking more than I can give, and there are choices that I made that I wouldn't make again. I've had my share of laughter, of tears and troubled times. This has been the story of my life. I struggled to believe, and in those unclear moments, you were the one keeping me strong. This is how my story's always gone. I have won, and I have lost. I got it right sometimes, but sometimes I did not. Life's been a journey. I've seen joy, I've seen regret. Oh, and you have And that song reminds me, just as I sang there, I have won, I have lost. I got it right sometimes, and sometimes I did not. There are many times in my life that I've gotten it right, and many times that I haven't, but God is with me all along. And even in preparing for this concert, there were plenty of times when I didn't get it right. There were plenty of times I was very happy that Channel 13 ran a little segment on the news about the concert to spread the word, because I was hoping to get as many people here as possible to support the Raider Foundation and the Arts Center. And the day of doing the interview was the day that one of the cats got sick. So that was the day that I had to run off to the vet, and I was all dressed for the interview and got a little bit messy on my trip there with the cat, and then I was just so much going on. It was a school day, I was working, teaching, taking the cat to the vet. I started doing the interview and they wanted me to sing, and I realized I didn't take my inhaler for my asthma beforehand, so there I am wheezing on air. And then I went to pick up the cat from the vet after the interview, and I looked at my reflection in the car mirror, and there was like a piece of hair sticking up like a horn. So I haven't seen the interview yet. I haven't had time to watch it because I had a training program that night and wasn't home, but we recorded it, and hopefully it's not as bad as I think that it came out. I think it came out fine, but as I sang that song and thought about times when I got it right, times when I didn't measure up to my standards or society's standards, but how God is with us through all of it, it also made me think about how people around me, how friends and family are with me through all of it. And a couple of shout outs I want to, in thinking about that through all of it, a friend who has been with me through all of it is Mary Ruth Taylor and her family and her husband George. Wonderful friends. They have been at every concert so far, and I thank them. And Donna in the audience is someone who has been at every concert of mine. She's a family member. I'm happy again to welcome Skip and Nancy back. And there are so many of you who have been at every single concert from the very first one. Terry and her friends, it's always a delight to see them here. Just raise your hand if you've been at every single one so far. A couple people in the audience who've been here year 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, and if you're here for the first time, I'm thrilled that you're here, and thank you for coming and welcoming you. I will announce, if you're a person who likes to plan ahead, that next year will be the 5th Christmas benefit concert, and it will be on December 12th, so a slight change. Instead of doing it the first Sunday of the month, I'm moving it to the second Sunday of the month, but that will be easy to remember. I have trouble remembering where I'm supposed to be and when I'm supposed to be there, so I figured 12/12, I can get that one. So if that helps you to remember that, mark it on your calendar for next year, and I promise I'll show up, and I hope that you will show up too, and I hope that you will spread the word to other people also to come to the benefit concert, because it does help out two wonderful organizations in our community. And I really welcome all of you, whether it's your first time here or whether you've been here many times before. The next song that I will sing is called Mary's Child, and this is a gentle lullaby. with that lullaby and with other gentle lullabies and Christmas songs. If you have my Christmas CD, there are several lullabies on that. I invite you to try something different this Christmas season as you listen to a lullaby such as that, to actually sing it to yourself. We don't give ourselves that much love, that much care that often. The world teaches us to be hard on ourselves, and we get into that pattern and that habit. I invite you to try that as an experience. There is a lullaby coming up that I will sing with Tom, and I invite you to take that one and sing that to yourself. Take that in. Allow yourself to be a child who needs comfort, who needs care, because we all are. And we all have the opportunity to do that for each other and for ourselves. So I will invite Tom up to the stage now. He is our third and last guest performer, and there are a few pieces that he will offer by himself and that we will join together in duet for.
Thank you, Susan. I'm glad to be back. This is my 4th year doing the concert, and it's always fun to do this. It's such a nice audience. I'd like to thank my family for coming, my friends, my great co-workers are here too, so thank you so much for coming and supporting us. And before I get started, I always take the concert off track of the Christmas carols from time to time. And I'll tell you why as we go through it, but it's very hard to find Christmas music to perform because we hear it so many times over and over and over. I mean, Grandma got run over by a reindeer. She's probably part of the McAdam by now. There's no way that she can still be alive. But I like 3 Christmas albums. Amy Grant's, which Susan has already touched. Jethro Tull, which I don't think you're ready for yet. But I decided my favorite of all is Nat King Cole. So these will be 3 songs done by Nat King Cole. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe can help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. And what was in those ships, all 3, on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? And what was in those ships, all 3, on Christmas Day in the morning? The Virgin Mary and Christ were there on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. The Virgin Mary and Christ were there on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the angels in heaven shall sing on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the angels in heaven shall sing on Christmas Day in the morning. Then let us all rejoice again on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Then let us all rejoice again on Christmas Day in the morning. On Christmas Day in the morning. Well, this is my fourth year of trying to figure out what I was going to wear. This is how I do it. I go up in our bedroom and I get dressed and I come downstairs, and once my wife finally says, yep, then I know I have it. This next song is actually, there's 3 songs from 1970 that I took. This is not a Christmas song, but it fits in very well with the Christmas spirit. It's one of my favorite love songs in kind of a general way. I think you'll get the gist of it once we start. He heavy. He's my brother. If I'm laden at all, I'm laden with sadness that everyone's heart isn't filled with gladness of a love for one another. It's a long, long road from which there is no return. While we're on the way to there, why not share? And the load, it doesn't weigh me down at all. He ain't heavy. He's my brother.
Tom and I will now join our voices to do a duet, The Impossible Dream. And I'm excited about doing this piece with Tom and am honored that he's been with me on stage for all 4 years of this concert. It truly means so much to me to have him as a friend as well as a performance partner, and we find it really easy to work together in making music and just find so much meaning and shared meaning in these songs. So I thank Tom again for being back on stage with me, and I am excited about a lot of future performing together with Tom as well.
Verse sounds a little sacrilegious, but it really isn't. There's 3 verses to this song. The first verse, you are a child, and it's how you see Christmas, all Santa Claus and Jesus and the manger, and everything is great and fantastic. And until you go through puberty and you realize that if you tell somebody you like Santa Claus, they think you're a little nuts. So the second verse basically dispels all the things that this person sees, or the songwriter sees it. But in the third verse, it's the most important of all, because Christmas isn't what we have, it's who we are. And Christ loves every one of us. And we're really his prize. We're his present. And this, I think, redeems itself at the end of the song. I get a little booklet from my in-laws called what's it called? You guys know what it's called. It's a little, anyway, yesterday's reading, it was taken from Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown's Christmas show that was on television since 1965. And Charlie Brown is asking for what the meaning of Christmas is because he's discouraged by the commercial spirit of the holiday season. So I'm just reading this from the Bible. But Linus recites this, and this is so true. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you, ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly hosts, praising God, and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill towards men. Then Linus looks at Charlie Brown and says, Charlie Brown, that is what Christmas is all about. So I hope you understand this song. Please don't take it like I'm being sacrilegious, because there is a meaning to it. They said there'll be snow at Christmas. They said there'll be peace on earth. But instead it just kept on raining, a veil of tears for the virgin birth. I remember one Christmas morning, a winter's light and a distant choir, and the peal of a bell and that Christmas tree smell, and eyes full of tinsel and fire. They sold me a dream of Christmas. They sold me a silent night, and they told me a fairy story till I believed in the Israelites. And I believed in Father Christmas, and I looked in the sky with excited eyes till I woke with a yawn in the first light of dawn, and I saw him and through his disguise. Third song is also from 1970. Paul McCartney wrote this, and I don't really know what he had in mind when he wrote it, but sometimes in our life we feel that Christ has abandoned us, and it's only natural. We have people we love pass away, accidents happen, we see terrible things, and we're left wondering, where is Christ? But he is with us all the time, and it's only normal to go off track and maybe doubt from time to time. But this song, I think, it just reminds me of my own life, being on my own journey from time to time, wondering where he is. But I know the road that I want to be on, and hopefully you'll get the gist of this one. I've tried, and still they leave this is a challenge, so bear with us.
And you can, in the new year, look for more performances from Tom and I joined together under the name His Singers with HIS, standing for Hope in Song. And we will do some performances different places. The best way to find out about those is to go to my website, voicelifted.com, or to just in person see Tom or I, and we'll try our best to spread the word. I really tried to spread the word about this concert by going out throughout town and putting posters up everywhere, and I hope that you saw those. It was very nice this year for me to be able to do that in the pleasant weather that we've been having, and to not be climbing over snowbanks and carrying this keyboard climbing over snowbanks. So I will not be singing Winter Wonderland or Dreaming of a White Christmas. I apologize to those of you in the audience who love that and are missing that this season, but I like it just how it is today. I have one more song. I'm going to finish with Oh Holy Night. My mother already complained about the length of the concert. She wouldn't normally complain, but the Eagles and the Patriots are playing today. And I forgot. Well, first of all, I was going out the door and I said, "Is there anything that you notice laying around that I'm forgetting to take with me?" And she said, "Yeah, a watch." So then I got a watch, but it was set an hour ahead. I'm not sure what that was about. But she wanted to be able to see the Eagles and the Patriots, and I was supposed to make an announcement before to ask if anyone in the audience possibly has one of those smartphones, the telephones like that you can talk to it and say, "What is the score of the Eagles?" So I was supposed to do that and then announce the score. So if anyone was following the game, I'm going to finish off the concert here with Oh Holy Night. After Oh Holy Night, I send you out into the world. I do invite you and encourage you, if anyone and everyone in the audience would enjoy a meal after the concert, please come over to DiMaggio's restaurant. I will be going there with family and friends and audience members. It's not that I'm treating you to a meal. Well, you see, 100% of the ticket sales go to the Arts Center and the Raider Foundation, so I get no money from this concert. So I would love to treat you all to a meal, but I'm giving all the ticket sales to the two organizations, so I don't have the money to treat you at DiMaggio's, but you can order off the menu whether you want something small like a slice of pizza or a cannoli or a full dinner or a salad or anything. But they are reserving part of the back room, the banquet room. There's one other group and there's us. So there will be a lot of space, and it's nice back there because it's quieter and not just the regular hustle and bustle of ordinary people coming in to pick up orders. So I invite you, all of you, please, to join us there to support a local business and just to be together and talk to me. Please don't think, "Oh, I don't know her that well. I don't want to take her away from family and friends." I would be delighted to have you there, to enjoy a meal with you, to speak to you. One of my favorite things before the concert starts is just walking around and saying hello to people. I always hate it when you go to like a big name concert and the person's like backstage doing some kind of weird ritual and then they come out, it's like the Great Oz. I just want to put on this concert like a normal, ordinary, everyday person. So I'm walking around talking to people beforehand, and I love that. And afterward at the restaurant. So please, half of the joy of this is sharing the music with you, but half of the joy is being together as a community of people. And I would love to see as many of you as possible at DiMaggio's just to enjoy a meal together there following the event. So I finish this concert with Oh Holy Night, and I invite you as you think of this song to not just think about that one very special night a long time ago when something special happened and Jesus was born, but every night, every day, every moment is that moment, is that sacred, that holy. No moment is more special than another. God does not think of time as we think of time. So Christmas Eve is now, and now is Christmas Eve, and we are all here together in a sacred and blessed moment. So I invite you to think of O Holy Night as this very night, this very moment. And before I finish, I just thank you again for being here with me, for supporting the music and supporting these organizations, and gathering together and sharing our positive energy.